In October 1988, 12-year-old Bill Denbrough builds a paper boat for his 6-year-old brother, Georgie. As Georgie chases the boat through the rain-soaked streets of Derry, Maine, it disappears down a storm drain. When Georgie tries to retrieve it, he encounters a clown in the drain, calling himself Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Luring Georgie closer, Pennywise attacks, biting off his arm and pulling him into the sewer. By June 1989, Bill and his friends, Richie Tozier, Eddie Kaspbrak, and Stanley Uris, are dealing with a group of older bullies led by Henry Bowers. Still mourning Georgie's disappearance, Bill believes his brother's body may have ended up in the Barrens. He and his friends begin searching, hoping Georgie may still be alive. Meanwhile, new kid Ben Hanscom uncovers disturbing local history. Derry has been plagued by strange tragedies and missing children for generations. While fleeing from Bowers and his gang, Ben escapes into the Barrens and crosses paths with Bill's group. Around the same time, Patrick Hochstetter is killed by creepy, shriveled creatures in the sewers while searching for Ben. Beverly Marsh, ostracized by rumors and abused at home, joins the group, sparking romantic feelings from both Bill and Ben. Later, they rescue orphan Mike Hanlon from the bullies and welcome him into their circle. Each child has already experienced terrifying visions. Ben sees a headless boy. Beverly is attacked by blood erupting from her bathroom sink. Eddie is chased by a leper. Stan is haunted by a twisted painting. Mike relives the trauma of his parents' death in a fire, and Bill is tormented by Georgie's ghost. They call themselves the Losers Club and piece together that they are being hunted by the same creature, it, which manifests as their worst fears. Ben's research reveals that it resurfaces every 27 years to prey on Derry's children and uses the sewers to move around, with all lines converging at an old well beneath a rundown house on Neibolt Street. While investigating, Pennywise attacks the group. Determined to stop it, they enter the house and confront the creature, but become separated and terrorized. Beverly wounds Pennywise by driving a metal rod through his head, forcing it to retreat. The traumatized group escapes, but they begin to drift apart, except for Bill and Beverly, who remain committed to ending the threat. Weeks later, Beverly is kidnapped by Pennywise after confronting her abusive father. The losers reunite and head back to the Neibolt house to save her. They're attacked by Henry Bowers, driven mad by Pennywise, who kills his own father. Mike defeats Bowers, pushing him down the well. In the sewers, the group discovers Pennywise's lair, filled with floating remains of missing children and eerie circus remnants. Beverly, left in a trance after seeing the deadlights in Pennywise's mouth, awakens when Ben kisses her. Bill briefly reunites with Georgie, but quickly realizes it's just Pennywise in disguise. The creature tries to bargain with the group, offering to spare them if they give up Bill. Refusing, the losers fight back, overcoming their fears and forcing it to retreat deeper underground. Bill, finally accepting Georgie's death, finds his brother's raincoat and breaks down in grief, surrounded by his friends. As summer comes to an end, Beverly tells the group about a vision she had while unconscious, of them returning to fight Pennywise again as adults. The losers make a blood pact to return if the creature ever comes back. One by one, they go their separate ways. Before Beverly leaves for Portland, she and Bill share a kiss, marking a bittersweet farewell. In Chapter 2. In 2016, 27 years after their first confrontation with it, Pennywise the Dancing Clown resurfaces in Derry, Maine, beginning his reign of terror anew by murdering Adrian Mellon, a young man brutally attacked by a group of homophobic teens. Mike Hanlon, the only member of the Losers Club who stayed in Derry, contacts the others, Bill Denbrough, Ben Hanscom, Beverly Marsh, Richie Tozier, Eddie Kaspbrak, and Stanley Uris, reminding them of the blood oath they swore. While the others return, Stanley, overwhelmed by fear, takes his own life. As the group reunites, their memories of childhood slowly begin to return, and the death of Stanley is revealed to them by Pennywise. Though Richie and Eddie are shaken and consider leaving, Beverly shares a haunting vision. They will all die if they break their promise and fail to stop it. Meanwhile, Pennywise continues to kill, taking the life of a young girl named Victoria, and manipulates the now insane Henry Bowers into escaping a mental hospital. At the library, Mike uses a hallucinogenic root to show Bill a vision of the Native American ritual of Chud, an ancient ceremony that might destroy it. The losers set out separately to recover artifacts from their past. Bill finds Georgie's paper boat and meets a local boy named Dean. Beverly retrieves Ben's childhood love letter and is attacked by a monstrous old woman. Richie visits an abandoned arcade and is confronted by Pennywise about his repressed sexuality. Ben goes to the school and recovers a yearbook page Beverly once signed, and Eddie returns to a pharmacy to get his old inhaler, where he's attacked by the leper. Back at the hotel, Richie leaves the group while Bill heads to a carnival, but arrives too late to save Dean from Pennywise. Henry Bowers attacks Eddie at the hotel and later stabs Mike at the library, but Richie arrives just in time to kill him. The losers regroup and convince Bill not to go after it alone. Fully reunited, the group enters the underground caverns beneath the town to perform the ritual of Chud. Each member brings their recovered artifact, and Mike offers a rock from their childhood fight with Bowers' gang. But the ritual fails. It emerges as a grotesque spider-like version of Pennywise and forces Mike to admit the truth. The ritual had failed the first time too, killing the Native Americans who performed it. It traps Bill, Ben, and Beverly in personal hallucinations. Bill finds peace by forgiving himself for Georgie's death, and Beverly realizes Ben wrote her the love letter, helping them both break free. Richie falls into a trance and Eddie, in a brave act, saves him, only to be fatally wounded. Before dying, Eddie reveals how confronting his fear had weakened it earlier. As the losers stand together, they realize that their strength lies in their unity and lack of fear. As they belittle it, the creature weakens and shrinks. Mike pulls out its heart, and the group crushes it together, ending its reign for good. They mourn Eddie's death, but are forced to leave his body as the caverns collapse, taking the Neibolt house with them. Later at the quarry, they comfort Richie, and Ben and Beverly share a kiss. As the group parts ways, their scars from the blood oath fade. Ben and Beverly eventually marry. Richie returns to the bridge where he once carved his and Eddie's initials, and Mike finally leaves Derry. Bill, now inspired, begins writing a new story. In a final reveal, Mike shows Bill a letter Stanley left behind, explaining that he took his own life not out of weakness, but to give the others a fighting chance. His final message reminds them they will always be losers.